Welcome to Tianjin. Well, we begin our journey here, beside the gentle flow of the Haihe River. This waterway is the lifeblood of the city, a silver ribbon winding through its heart. For centuries, it has connected Tianjin to the rest of China and to the wider world beyond. The river has watched empires rise and fall. It has carried goods, soldiers, ideas. Today, modern skyscrapers reflect on its surface. Standing beside historic bridges, the Haihe River tells the story of Tianjin, a place where the past is always present, flowing quietly alongside the bustling energy of today. It is a city that grew from the water, a major port that has always looked outwards. This city is a fascinating blend of old and new. Walk down a street and feel like you are in Europe, then turn a corner and find yourself in ancient China. Tianjin holds a unique position in the country's history. It was a gateway for foreign powers, which left a lasting mark on its streets and buildings. This history is not hidden away in museums. It is alive in the architecture, the culture, and the very layout of the city. We will explore how this port city became a crossroads of cultures. Its story is one of trade, conflict, and incredible transformation. As we stand by the river, you can feel the pulse of modern life. Families stroll along the promenade, joggers pass by, tour boats glide under the many bridges. The famous Tianjin Eye, a giant Ferris wheel built over the Yongle Bridge, turns slowly, offering breathtaking views. In this video, we will take you on a complete tour of this remarkable city. Our journey will start with its deep and complex history. We will then guide you through its most iconic sites and hidden gems. Think of this as a story unfolding from the city's ancient origins to its exciting present. We will provide you with a bucket list of must-see attractions and practical travel tips to help you plan your own adventure. Our friendly narrator will be your guide, making this journey both informative and enjoyable. So, sit back, relax, and let us introduce you to the many wonders of Tianjin, a city waiting to be discovered. Our video is structured to give you the fullest picture of Tianjin. We believe that to truly appreciate a place, you must first understand its past. That is why we will begin with a deep dive into the city's history. We will travel back in time to its beginnings as a humble military garrison and as a trading post. You will learn how it grew in importance during the Ming Dynasty and the Qing Dynasty, becoming a vital strategic point for the emperors in Beijing. This historical foundation is crucial for understanding everything that came after. It sets the stage for the dramatic changes that would sweep through the city and shape its destiny for centuries to come. Next, we will explore the pivotal treaty port era. This was a time in the 19th and early 20th centuries when Tianjin was open to foreign trade by force. 9 different countries established concessions here, creating small pockets of their own nations on Chinese soil. This period brought immense change, both good and bad. We will walk through the elegant 5 Great Avenues and the charming Italian-style town. We will visit ancient landmarks like the Drum Tower and modern marvels like the futuristic Binhai Library. For each location, we will not just show you what it looks like, we will explain its significance and share practical tips. Finally, no trip is complete without tasting the local cuisine and having a solid plan. In the last part of our video, we will dive into Tianjin's delicious food scene. We will introduce you to famous snacks and savory dishes you simply have to try. To make your planning easier, we will also provide simple, easy-to-follow itineraries for 1-day visits, 2-day visits, and 3-day visits. We will cover everything from getting around the city to essential tips on money and safety. So, stay with us for this complete journey. We promise to give you all the tools you need to explore Tianjin, from its rich past to its exciting bucket list attractions. Let's begin. Our story of Tianjin begins long before the grand European buildings lined its streets. We must travel back to the early years of the Ming Dynasty, around the year 1404. The Yongle Emperor, a powerful and ambitious ruler, made a decision that changed this land's destiny. He moved the capital from Nanjing to Beijing. To protect his new capital and the vital Grand Canal, he needed a strong defensive outpost. He established a garrison at the confluence of several rivers and named it Tianjin Wei, the Heavenly Ford. Tianjin Wei was a purely military and strategic move. It was not meant to be a great city of commerce or culture. Instead, it was a formidable fortress. Walls were built, soldiers were stationed, a strict military order was imposed. Its primary function, act as a gatekeeper for Beijing. Threats from the sea and along the river systems would have to pass through Tianjin first. Life inside the walls followed military rhythms. The drum tower sounded at dawn and again at dusk, signaling the gates. The population was mainly soldiers, their families, artisans, and farmers who supported the garrison. Yet even here, the seeds of its future were being sown. Its river location gave it unparalleled access to waterways that would one day turn it into a trade hub. Over time, the purely military character softened. As the Grand Canal carried grain and other essential goods to the capital, civilians began to grow around the garrison. Merchants and traders saw opportunity in Tianjin's location. This slow, organic growth marked the start of Tianjin's transformation. The guard post evolved into a dual-purpose city, still protective, but embracing the economic possibilities of its waterways. As China entered the Qing dynasty, which began in the mid-17th century, Tianjin's commercial importance began to overshadow its military origins. The city was officially promoted from a wei, a guard post. It was promoted to a zhou, a prefecture, and later elevated to a fu, a superior prefecture. The Qing rulers continued to rely on the Grand Canal for tribute grain shipments to Beijing. Tianjin was the final, critical stop on that journey. Warehouses sprang up along the riverbanks. Granaries multiplied to store tribute grain. Merchant guilds proliferated and organized trade. The city became the premier storage and distribution center for the entire northern region. Its port was no longer just a stopping point. It had become a destination, a bustling hub of domestic trade. Salt production became a major industry. The government established a monopoly on the salt trade, managed from Tianjin. This brought immense wealth and a new class of powerful salt merchants to the city. These merchants built lavish courtyard homes. The Haihe River and its tributaries were crowded with boats of all sizes. Small fishing sampans dotted the water, and large grain barges plied the canal. The commercial boom led to a significant expansion of the city itself. The old Ming dynasty walls could no longer contain the burgeoning population. The riverfront area became the new heart of Tianjin. It was a maze of narrow lanes. Bustling markets filled those lanes. Tea houses provided gathering places, and temples dotted the neighborhoods. This was the city of the common people, the merchants, the dock workers, the artisans, and the shopkeepers whose energy drove Tianjin's prosperity. By the early 19th century, on the eve of the Opium Wars, Tianjin was one of the most important and prosperous cities in northern China. Its population had swelled, and its markets were famous throughout the empire. However, this thriving, self-contained world was about to be shattered. The forces of global change were gathering on the horizon. Tianjin, due to its strategic proximity to the capital, was about to find itself at the very center of a storm that would change China forever. The mid-19th century brought a seismic shift to China. The Western powers, led by Great Britain, were determined to force the Qing Empire to open its markets to foreign trade, particularly opium. This led to a series of conflicts known as the Opium Wars. In the Second Opium War, which raged from 1856 to 1860, an Anglo-French expeditionary force sailed north, intent on threatening Beijing directly to force the emperor's hand. Their route took them straight to Tianjin. In 1858, their gunboats captured the Taku forts. They then advanced on Tianjin itself. The imperial court, shocked and facing a direct threat to the capital, was compelled to negotiate. The result was the Treaty of Tianjin, signed in 1858. Among its many humiliating terms, it stipulated that several new Chinese ports, including Tianjin, were to be open to foreign trade and residence. The Qing court initially resisted implementing the treaty. Anglo-French forces returned in 1860. They took Tianjin, then marched on to Beijing. There, they infamously looted and burned the old summer palace. That final brutal act forced the emperor to ratify the treaty without delay. Tianjin was officially opened as a treaty port. This was not a gradual negotiated modernization. It was a violent imposition of foreign will. Following the forced opening in 1860, the foreign powers wasted no time carving out their own territories within Tianjin. The British were the first, establishing their concession in 1860. The French quickly followed. These were not just areas where foreigners could live and trade. They were effectively colonies in miniature. Within a concession, a foreign power had the right to govern, police, tax, and build as it saw fit. Over the next few decades, the number of concessions grew rapidly. By the early 20th century, Tianjin had 9 foreign concessions. The original Chinese city was encircled by a patchwork of foreign territories. The concessions created a stark contrast between two worlds. The old Chinese city, winding alleys, traditional courtyard houses, bustling native markets. The foreign concessions, wide, straight boulevards, Western-style buildings, manicured parks, exclusive clubs. For ordinary Chinese residents, this division was a daily reality. Some found employment and business opportunities in the concessions. Many felt like strangers in their own city. The foreign concessions became engines of modernization, but it was a modernization on their own terms and for their own benefit. The British concession, in particular, took the lead. They built the first paved roads in Tianjin. They introduced gaslighting. International banks like HSBC, the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation established grand and imposing branches in the concessions. These banks financed trade and connected Tianjin to the global financial system. Telegraph lines were laid, linking the city directly with Shanghai, Hong Kong, and London. Each concession developed its own unique architectural flavor. The British built sturdy, elegant, Victorian and Edwardian-style municipal buildings. The French concession exuded a Parisian charm. The German concession was known for its solid, Germanic-style public buildings. Later, the Italian concession would be meticulously designed. This architectural legacy is what makes Tianjin so visually distinctive today, a living museum of early 20th century European architectural styles. By the end of the 19th century, resentment against the growing foreign presence was boiling over. This frustration fueled the rise of a secret society known as the Haihe. Westerners called them the Boxers. In the summer of July 1900, the Boxer Rebellion erupted. Tianjin became a primary target. The Boxers laid siege to the foreign concessions in Tianjin. In response, an international military force, the Eight-Nation Alliance, was assembled to crush the rebellion. After intense fighting, the Alliance forces captured Tianjin. To prevent the city from ever again being used as a base to threaten the concessions, they decided to completely demolish the ancient city walls. In the wake of the Boxer Rebellion, the city, now firmly under the thumb of foreign powers, paradoxically became a hotbed of Chinese political activity. If a political figure fell out of favor, they could simply retreat into a concession where Chinese police could not arrest them. Warlords used Tianjin as a political and military base. After the fall of the Qing dynasty in 1912, even the last emperor, Puyi, spent several years living as a private citizen in the Japanese concession. Nankai University, founded in Tianjin in 1919, quickly became one of China's most prestigious modern universities. Students in Tianjin were at the forefront of nationalist movements like the May 4th movement, protesting against foreign imperialism and advocating for a new, stronger China. It created the unique urban landscape and cultural memory that we are about to explore in the streets, buildings, and museums of Tianjin today. Well, now that we understand the history that shaped Tianjin, let's walk through its living legacy. We begin our architectural tour in the area known as Wudadao, or the Five Great Avenues. The result is a stunning collection of over 2,000 villas, each with its own unique design. It is a veritable encyclopedia of early 20th century Western architectural trends. One of the best ways to explore the Five Great Avenues is simply to wander. For a more structured visit, you can hire a horse-drawn carriage, which adds to the old-world charm of the experience. Many of the most famous villas have small plaques outside that tell you about their original owners and architectural style. From the eclectic elegance of the Five Great Avenues, we travel to the Italian-style town, Marco Polo Square, bustling with people and the central monument. The architecture here is distinctly and deliberately Italian. Tuscan-style colonnades, romantic balconies, terracotta roofs. The colors are warm, yellow, pink, ochre. The area comes alive at night, with outdoor seating spilling onto the squares and live music often filling the air. Be sure to visit the former residence of Yang Qichao, a famous Chinese scholar and reformer. His choice to live here highlights how these concessions served as sanctuaries for political figures. After immersing ourselves in European architecture, it is time to reconnect with Tianjin's Chinese roots. We head to the heart of the old native city to visit the Drum Tower, or Gulu. Climbing the Drum Tower offers a unique perspective. From the top, you can look out over the surrounding area and get a sense of the layout of the old Chinese city. A short walk from the Drum Tower is the famous Ancient Culture Street, or Gu Wenhua Ji. It is designed to give visitors a taste of what a traditional commercial street in old Tianjin might have felt like. Beyond the shops, Ancient Culture Street is also home to the Tianhu Palace, a temple dedicated to the sea goddess Mazu. First built in 1326, it is one of the oldest structures in Tianjin. From the echoes of the past, we now soar into the city's dynamic present. No modern landmark in Tianjin is more iconic or more recognizable than the Tianjin Eye. A ride on the Tianjin Eye offers an unparalleled panoramic view of the city. The best time to take a ride is undoubtedly at dusk. As the sun sets, the city begins to light up, and the view transforms into a dazzling spectacle of colors. It has given the city a new identity in the popular imagination, much like the Eiffel Tower did for Paris, or the London Eye for London. Our journey into modern Tianjin continues with a visit to a building that looks like it has been pulled directly from a science fiction film. The Tianjin Binhai Library. Its design is nothing short of breathtaking. At the center, a giant glowing sphere. The sphere houses an auditorium. The sphere is nicknamed the Eye. Stepping inside is awe-inspiring. It feels like a futuristic cathedral of knowledge. Visiting is an experience even if you don't read. The library represents the bold side of modern China, a statement about culture and knowledge shaping future cities. After exploring architecture, both old and new, we turn to the institutions that formally preserve and interpret the city's story. The most important of these is the Tianjin Museum. The museum's permanent exhibition, The History of Tianjin, is an essential visit. It walks you through the key moments, providing context for the architecture and streets you explore outside. Beyond the city's specific history, the Tianjin Museum also holds a world-class collection of Chinese art. It is particularly famous for its holdings of calligraphy, Ming paintings, and Qing paintings. No journey is complete without exploring the local cuisine. One of the most famous breakfast items you absolutely must try is gubili baozi. Another iconic Tianjin snack is the mahua. For something a little different, you must seek out jianbing guozi. For a snack with a curious name, look for erduoyan jiagao. The cakes are delightfully crispy on the outside while remaining soft and chewy on the inside. Beyond the famous snacks, Tianjin's position near the coast means it has a fantastic seafood scene. Now that you are familiar with the city's sights and flavors, let's put it all together. Reaching Tianjin is incredibly convenient. The high-speed bullet train connects the two cities in just 30 minutes. Once you arrive, the Tianjin Metro is the most efficient way to get around. For a one-day whirlwind tour, focus on the historical core. Start your morning on Ancient Culture Street, head to the Italian-style town for lunch, wander the 5 great avenues. End your day with a ride on the Tianjin Eye at dusk. The best seasons to visit are spring and autumn. China is largely a mobile payment society. Learn a few basic Mandarin phrases. Thank you. Our journey through Tianjin now comes to a close. We have seen how the turbulent currents of history carved out the unique urban landscape we see today. This city is a living museum, a city with a deep soul and a story that resonates with the broader sweep of modern Chinese history. It is a place that will surprise you, engage you, and leave you with a lasting appreciation for its remarkable resilience and charm. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, we would be incredibly grateful if you could give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Until next time, happy travels.